Let's see what's going on.
Major breaking news to tell you about out of Northeast Philly right now. We have reports of a plane crash at Cotman Avenue and Bustleton Avenue. Details just coming into our Fox 29 newsroom right now. Eyewitnesses are telling us there are multiple cars on fire. We have several crews on the way right now. We'll try to get some more information here, but it's not too far from the Northeast Philly airport. We don't know what type of aircraft is down. Injuries, what led to all of this, we do not know. Again, Bustleton and Cotman, right by the Roosevelt Mall here. Reports of a plane crash in this area with possible fire and a major response coming as soon as we can bring you ground pictures, possibly even from our Sky Fox. We will do that to you here on Fox 29, and we'll be right back.
Oh, wow. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
The sign that lists all the stores here. Those flames are now
Oh, they
kicking
said it's a small plane crash. Hold on, let's go back.
and all around here.
Oh, man, everybody ran, bro. Everybody ran. They left.
And
You wouldn't leave.
how did you
Muted like an idiot, huh? Thank y'all. Chat, I was saying, am I tripping? Are we being like hypochondriacs in the sense of being hypersensitive to all of these tragedies, obviously tragedies that are happening? Or are there more plane crashes actually happening right now? Because like, I've always just heard the thing, and I'm pretty sure you've heard the stat, yo, flying in a plane is safer than driving in a car. You're like, And then they'll basically say, well, the percentage of plane crashes that are fatal versus car crashes that are fatal, and yes, there's way more cars driving on the roads, planes crash at a lesser percentage, right? A lesser percentage. So it's actually safer. And I'm like, okay, all right, I guess so, right? However, I feel like recently we've just been seeing a lot of shit popping off left and right. So anyway, I don't know which one it is, but I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely sparked a little bit of concern. I think the mass public are starting to be like, what the hell's going on? First of all, shit, I walk on a plane these days, man. I look around, I'm like, yo, is this shit Boeing? Yo, we all know about them Boeing jets. I'm like, yo, this shit better not be Boeing, man. This shit better, y'all don't know what other jet. First of all, here's the funny thing too. We only know about Boeing jets, but we like, yo, this shit Boeing? Got to make sure, man. These shits ain't acting right now. What the fuck? Let me go back and see what's going on.
everybody in the cafe and all around
Oh,
here?
man, everybody ran, bro. Everybody ran. They left.
And
You wouldn't leave.
how did you finally hear about it being an airplane?
Oh, it was crazy, man.
Did you see all the parts in the parking lot next to the cafe here?
Yeah, not the parts per se, but I just see fire, man.
Yeah.
Smoke, everything.
All right, so
Wow.
thank you very much. Glad you're safe. So there you go, Jason. This worker is about a football field's length from where the
You know what's also unsettling? And I think this is going to lend to, I'm not muted, right? This is going to lend to a lot of conspiracy theories. So Philly is right next to New Jersey. There was all these Jersey drones. Nobody want to talk about it, right? The government's like, we can't talk. Even Trump was like, classified. Basically said that. He's just like, can't talk about it. Then after all these drones leave the sky, I guess they left the sky because we don't keep hearing about them. It's all type of airplane crashes happening. I mean, if I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'd be thinking, man, them drones done fucked up the airwaves and did all type of shit, man. This is why these planes can't fly normally now. We got 2 crashes and they're both on the East Coast. one in DC, one in Philly. What the fuck? You had drones in Jersey, crashes in Philly, and a crash in DC. Hello?
House is on fire. So we're behind, and if you're pulling up a map and you're wondering where I'm talking to you from, I'm right behind the Cane's Chicken Store, which is fronts right on Cotman, in the front of the Roosevelt Mall, which is diagonal right across from this house on fire. So it looks, I don't see any more flames on the house, but I see flames initially on the street that have been right in the driveway of the Roosevelt Mall, right next to the store that lists the sign that lists all the stores here. Those flames are now kicking up, and I have no idea what's burning. It must be some kind of fuel.
It's probably jet fuel.
And I don't know if that's the gas line, because now I see a team of Philadelphia Gas Works workers, and they look like they're getting back. All right, Jason, I'm gonna step back because I'm looking at guys with hard hats and PGW vests stepping back. That must be the gas line that the police officers were warning me about. And those flames are now picking up. That is across from the house. Maybe that's what caught the house on fire. I can see firefighters on the roof of the house. I don't know if that's the corner house or now two houses in, Jason, but I can see firefighters on the roof.
Now, it did say it's a small plane, so it looks like it might be a private plane, a plane that is a single engine, very small type of aircraft that probably could carry maybe up to 4 people or something like that. But still, it is kind of concerning. And I don't know if we should probably think about lack of training, or maybe there's something going on, man.
These flames must be a gas line here that is right in the driveway of the Roosevelt Mall next to the sign that says Macy's, LA Fitness, Ross for Less, Sprouts. So, and this must be a gas fire right here. Although I saw the gas works team with their trucks back off, they're staying off of only about 100 feet. So nobody's running. There's firefighters walking nearby. So there must not be any danger of an explosion. The gas must be burning off from a gas line, because they wouldn't allow firefighters to stand that close to a gas line. But this is definitely a gas line that's burning, and flames are shooting 10, 15, 20 feet into the air. And now here comes the black smoke again from this gas line, Jason. To get off the phone,
okay.
Explosion here.
From a viewer, and on the left side of your screen.
Oh, is this a video?
I posted.
Holy shit! Nigga, is that a plane or a drone? That shit look like a bomb. Hold up. What the fuck?
Just
So I'll
incredible.
get off the phone. I'll get right back to you.
Absolutely.
Give you some video.
Get yourself safe. All right, Steve, thank you very much. Let's go back to that doorbell camera video that we had from a viewer, and on the left side of your screen.
Yo, that shit look dumb fast. What the hell? It should look like it was almost speeding to the ground. Let's slow it down. Here we go.
Let's go back to that doorbell camera video that we had from a viewer, and
Look.
on the left side of your
Bruh, this shit, I'm at quarter speed. This shit's still going fast.
screen.
Look, god damn. Look at it right here. Look.
A viewer, and on the left side of your screen.
Nah. That's a plane? Wait, hold on, man. Let me put it at regular speed back now.
Camera video that we had.
You say you think it's engine failure? I mean, it could be, but the way how it's coming down, I don't know.
From a viewer, and on the left side of your screen, I posted this on Twitter, and the replies I'm getting from everyone is that looks like a missile, and it sure does. Now that doesn't mean
It
that's what
do.
it is. But this angle, just the fireball that then ensues after the crash.
Now, granted, I don't think it's a missile based on, we would see just much more damage, right? So if it was a goddamn missile, that looked like an explosion. A missile is going to take out a lot more area. That's why you create a missile. But goddamn, like the way the plane came down.
If that is a plane,
I'm about to get on my DJ Khaled shit. DJ Khaled used to be so scared of flying on planes. This nigga used to have, he bought a tour bus and drove it around the whole United States. So put it like this. If you wanted to book him in LA and he was in New York, you'd have to give him a lead time because it takes 3 days to drive there. So for him to get from New York to LA, that nigga was going to take 3 days. Now, after he got popping on Snapchat, eventually there was so much money. You know, the only thing that get niggas over their fear is the bag. After a while, he basically he had to get over his fear, and he did start flying for the bag. But he started flying private. But at first, he wouldn't fly. I don't know if you ever seen this. Like, I know I don't want to take it off that subject, but DJ Khaled scared of flying. Yeah, he wouldn't fly at first, man. This shit about to get me back on that type of wave. Holy.
I stopped flying for like damn near 20 years.
The part when the pilot tells you when you take off, and then when you're in the air, he decides to tell you we had bad weather throughout the whole flight.
But it wasn't like
He said the part when the pilot take off and it'd be like, we in the air now, and he's like, yo, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know what type of like microphone the planes, the pilots be having, but when they're like, ding dong, like it'd be like a ding dong. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Like they always sound so, it sounds so cool. We're about to experience some extreme turbulence. You might want to buckle your seatbelts. This is gonna be a bumpy. Like they be saying some shit. You be like, huh? You might see the tail catch on fire. It is okay. Like they be saying mad shit. We'll be serving beverages in 20 minutes. Like they be saying some good shit. Like they sound mad relaxed. That got to be a special training for pilots. That when they come on that shit, ding dong, like mad calm.
turbulence when the whole plane said,
I wish somebody would have told me that a lot earlier. I would have never jumped on this plane.
We finally land. When I land AFN, I promise you I kissed the ground. I kissed the ground, so I'm never flying again. So when my son was born, Assad, I was in LA, and my son was just born like maybe 1 month or 2 months, maybe. And I flew him in to meet me in LA, and while he was in the air, I was like, yo, I can't believe that I'm scared to fly. I got my son in the sky, and I'm not with him. So when he landed, I said, yo, never again. If my son can fly in the air and I put him in the air, I gotta put me in the air.
Absolutely. Rich ass nigga, man. Nigga bought a jet. Nigga went from saying he's scared of flying to buying a jet. This nigga. Anyway. Yeah, man. We might have to get back on that, man. Road trip time.
If that is a plane, it was in a serious downfall at that moment. You know, when you think of some of the planes that fly out of the Northeast Philly airport.
Now, here's the thing. So there is a like if a plane, there's two usually inescapable. Well, if this is a single engine plane, it might be different. This is two like almost damn near inescapable. Like it's almost like a pattern that the plane goes in. Where like, I mean, God got to be with you for you to get out of that. Same with helicopters. Helicopters has like the spiraling pattern that usually when it gets in that, I mean, I think they said like maybe 1 out of 50 pilots, or maybe it's not even about the pilot, it's just like circumstances and God and time and whatever. You could probably recover the aircraft at that point. I'm looking at this thing that looks like a missile and I'm like, I don't know, man. That shit do look crazy.
A serious downfall at that moment. You know, when you think of some of the planes that fly out of the Northeast Philly airport, there are some smaller Cessnas, there are some private jets as well. No jumbo jets, as you know, out of that airport. But just look at the fireball and so you can see why the debris field is what it is in Northeast Philly at the Roosevelt Mall. This happening less than an hour ago, right as people are coming home from work. They're shopping right there. It's a Friday evening. They may be going to dinner at this point. There's no word on any injuries, but it does not sound good. At the moment, Steve Keeley was telling us that there are several fires that are...
Now the reason why it's also thought, at least by me, and I'm an amateur. Yeah, I've watched some plane videos, but I'm still an amateur. Why I definitely do think this is an aircraft is that if you know how jet fuel works, so jet fuel burns really quickly. Right? So like jet fuel won't be like having some huge fire for a long time. It burns really quickly, and it kind of almost would look like something like that's jet fuel. It just burns quickly, especially when exposed to open oxygen, right? Because it's pretty much an accelerant. It just goes crazy.
Being fueled by underground gas lines, perhaps.
And also, if it was a bomb, the mushroom cloud would be different based on what type of bomb it was. That's not there. So I think it's a plane, but that shit look crazy.
the debris again from a plane and then from homes and cars that were in the area. Several fires burning, and Steve having a hard time breathing at points there. But again, just watching this video, that looks like it was a midair collision. I don't want to speculate, but
No. We would have seen fire. Oh, it did look like we seen a light coming down. See, somebody said a Cessna uses jet fuel. I mean, well, depending on what we're talking about, Cessna citation. I mean, nah. What's the
I
smallest?
stopped flying for.
Sorry, what's the smaller Cessna jet? Small Cessna or Cessna plane actually. Cessna plane. There's a single engine one. Let me just look at it. Single engine Cessna. I think it's a plane like this. Low key, I ain't gonna hold you. Plane like this. Plane like this. Yeah, I think it's something like this. Honestly, Chad. Yeah, I think it's one of these. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. I see one more plane. I ain't gonna. So the next thing I was saying in about 2-3 years, I was gonna get my pilot license because I'm like, yo, it's kind of cool. I want to learn new things. I'm always trying to learn new things in life. But after seeing this shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm not no bungee jumping type of, you know what I mean, like skydiving type of nigga. I don't like to do things where like I'm seeing other niggas didn't make it through. I see a couple niggas die doing this shit. I'm good. But anyway,
some kind of breakup of a plane at that point.
You know who has their own airline? And actually, one day he talked to me while he was on the tarmac. It was bad weather and he was in line to take off. Lil Duval has a plane, and he actually like he was encouraging me too. He's like, yo, bro, you should. This is kind of cool. You should, it's called Fly Nigga Airline or some shit like that. Hold on, it's some air, a rich nigga airline something like that. But he got like a plane page. What's it called? Fuck. But he be flying to his shows and everything. Or Broke Nigga Air or some shit like that. Yeah, this is his plane though, I think. I think this is him. Yeah, he got his own private plane, and the only thing I was worried about is the cost, because I'm like, yo, is it cheaper to fly your own private plane to wherever to go to your show, or Rich Broke? I think it's called Rich Broke Airline or something like that. Rich Broke. Yeah, Rich Broke Air. Rich Broke. Here we go. This is his plane page. This is Lil Duval, like the comedian. The nigga really be flying. This is him. He said, this is me flying out of Florida to beat the hurricane. Hell nah, nigga. Y'all gotta tow my plane. I'm out of there. I'm not flying against God. Hell nah. What the hell? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, but he be flying all the time. Let me see. I don't know. He posts a lot of shit on here. God damn. He be posting him flying sometimes. He said, this is how you spend. Huh? All right, never mind. Whatever. Anyway.
Just don't see planes come down like that in Northeast Philly very often. Back to the ground video from Steve Keeley. There's the Dunkin' Donuts right there, and you see fires burning. I don't know if that's a car. As we go over the fence here, I don't know if that's a car or a home on fire in this little area. But there's several little fires like that burning as firefighters try to get the gas off, try to put the fires out, and try to figure out what's next. That looks like an underground gas fire burning. And as Steve mentioned, hundreds of firefighters are on the scene here in Northeast Philly. We have been our phones have been ringing off the hook here in our newsroom as people called to tell us what they saw and heard, and really out of nowhere, just a loud bang and an explosion from there. So it's really chaos at this moment here in Northeast Philly. Again, Cotman and Bustleton Avenues right along the Parkway, right at Roosevelt Mall. The The bulk of this this crash, hard to tell where it hit, because there are several different areas. But if you're just joining us, 6 o'clock tonight, around that time, we had reports of a small plane crash that happened here in this area. And a lot of people texting me right now saying, what is going on? And they grew up in this area. They you know, their hearts go out to whoever's involved. And we're getting multiple calls from people, though, who heard the explosion, who saw it, they felt the ground shake. And, you know, and as you can see here, no surprise, that fireball is enough to wake anybody up within a mile or two radius from there. Again, this is from a viewer, about a half mile, I'm assuming. And just seeing that fireball right there, it's incredible. We're doing our best to get Steve back. We're doing our best to get some aviation experts on and try to get a ground picture for you. We're doing the best we can to try to bring you the very latest. It is chaos in North Philly, so I'm doing my best to try to navigate you through this what appears to be just a disaster in northeast Philly right here. And I don't know if you can you hear? I think we had to mute some of the audio from this when that loud bang happens. I think. The person in the house might have cursed a little bit, but you can see what happens right afterwards. And as Steve Keeley reported earlier, gas lines, houses on fire, firefighters there to put car fires out, parking lot, a large debris field that stretches city blocks. Again, Roosevelt Mall is where this happened. And so we're just trying our best to tell you what happened here. There are row homes in this area. There are gas lines that fire crews are trying to shut off, I would imagine. There are people in homes possibly in need of medical attention. No word on any fatalities at this moment, but you have to treat this as a mass casualty event. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. Steve Keeley was down at the Raisin Cane's right there, the restaurant right there next to the Roosevelt Mall. That mall is an outdoor mall. You know, and the parking lot there appeared to be empty in some of Steve's videos. Okay, now we are live. We are officially live. Our first live look at the ground from the scene, and this just gives you a glimpse at the response. Every cop, every firefighter in the area you can believe is suited up and there. I believe this looks like it is the area of, and there is going to be a media staging area, I believe, at Bustleton and Cotman. There is still smoke smoldering there from right to left. Philadelphia fire on the scene. Cops are there as well. And this is going to take quite some time to figure out, first of all, whether anybody in this area needs help. There might be people inside homes that they don't even know about who need medical attention. So they're probably going to have to go door to door as soon as they can get this fire out. And not only that, but what we've learned in D.C. is these debris fields, they are, to preserve them is of utmost importance. But right now, the priority is saving lives, keeping everybody safe, whether there's another threat of another fire from an underground gas line, that is something they're going to have to look into as well. Based on the body language here, it looks like some of these firefighters and police officers here are trying to get the area cordoned off. Media there as well. This is probably as close as we can get, as safe as we can be in this area of Northeast Philly, right outside Roosevelt Mall. You can see this is a kind of a strip mall. There's that Dunkin' there. Okay, yeah, so police have told us that's it. This is as close as we can get, which is fine. Obviously, we probably can't even get Skyfox up over this scene as well, just due to safety, and then we're talking about a possible plane crash. But again, about an hour ago, we've got reports of a small plane. This was described as a small plane crashing in the area of Roosevelt Mall, Northeast Philly, at Bustleton and Cotman. And after that, then we ended up getting this doorbell camera that showed the fireball. Fires were kind of burning in just various locations. Cars were on fire. People felt the shaking like a little earthquake in this area. And, the rest is...
Give me 1 second, Chad.
The ambulance is here. It's just chaos. Steve Keeley was on the ground. He says he smelled jet fuel when he got to the scene. He saw what he then later learned were parts of the plane, or a plane. So he backed away, got out of there, and backed up. He wound up at a restaurant there as he was trying to sort through everything. It's just chaos at this moment. That's the only way I can describe it as we try to learn what that was that fell out of the sky. It very may well could have been a plane. It could have been something else. But that doorbell camera makes it look like, an asteroid, a missile, who knows, a piece of a plane, or, this was a far away plane, and you just never know what we saw. But this is the result of it. We've got major traffic in the area, obviously avoiding the area at all cost. This is not the time to go drive by and be a looky-loo, and I know some people will, but that's the way it goes. We have Drew with us now, and it's, Drew, it's a rainy night.
Yeah.
That's obviously going to help in some of these firefighting efforts. A little bit of a breeze, it looks like, as well. What can you tell us about the conditions?
So I want to talk a little bit more about the traffic in the area. I've been studying our traffic maps here. So police, as you can imagine, have a good section of that area closed off. So we're talking about Cotman Avenue.
Okay. All right. Okay. Holy shit. Y'all here with me still? Yeah. Chat, we're living in a very just really, just interesting. We're living in a really interesting time. The news just came out. I don't even know if I should give a lead up in between this. So, about a few months ago.
So recently, a plane crashed in Philadelphia. Every single day this past week has just been insane, bro. There's always some new news coming on. Diddy got new charges. Feel me? Planes crashing here and there. There was the crash yesterday, another one today. What's next? I feel like there's something bigger that's happening, and we just don't know what is directly going on. Now, if you're in the Philadelphia area, I really hope you stay safe, stay sound. It's your boy Big Act News. And yeah, shoot, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.